What's up, guys? This is Zach here. Welcome to another episode of Game Time. This week, we're going to be looking at Warframe, and it's actually going to be a brand new series. We're going to be bringing you guys a planet each week, and I brought a partner with me along for the ride. It's Kid EJ, aka Eddie. Say hey, Eddie.
Hey, everybody.
He's going to be checking out the game with us and pretty much walking me through it because I have no idea what I'm doing. Anyway, so Eddie, what are we in for this week?
Well, we are going to be doing Mercury. Now, I've been playing this for a couple of months, so I'm a little bit more seasoned. Now, I'm going to be showing you the ropes as best as I can.
Awesome.
How each enemy function, each different types, and hopefully try to help you build your first Warframe. Hopefully that's going to be happening in the second planet. So
sounds good to me. All right, you ready to get started?
Let's do this.
All right, looks like you're already in my party, so I think all we have to do is just click on this little planet here.
All right. To explain each type of level, right now we're doing the basic kill everybody you see. As you can see, I'm a founder. I'm rocking the Excalibur Prime, the Prime version of yours. All right, you ready?
Yep, we're ready. So, Eddie.
Yeah.
How's life?
Life is doing good. Oh, and
Me too.
And using slash dash. Oh,
I gotta get used to these controls again. I will say that this game runs so much smoother than it does on PS4.
yeah. I mean,
this is like freaking 60 frames a second, and I'm recording footage, so this is pretty nice. I've actually played this game on PC before, but I just never really played it very long. I mean, I actually seems like I enjoy it more on PS4. It just seems like a game that's better suited for a console, which I know is probably a lot of people might disagree. But when I want to sit down and play a PC game, I want to sit down and play something that's kind of, I don't want to say slower paced, but just something that's going to take a lot. Something that's going to take a while. Something that a little bit more. Again, I don't want to say intelligent, but
no, I understand. I mean, this is more of a. When I consider playing this, I kind of consider like in and out. It's
yeah,
like,
that's exactly what I'm trying.
I get home
that's
from
exactly
work,
what I'm trying to say.
Play through levels.
It's not a game that I feel like I'm gonna sit down and play for like 5 hours straight. I mean, I don't know. You may do that, and other people may do that, but like for me, I mean, this game is like I'll play a couple levels, progress my character, then I'm done. Kind of like a glorified like tablet or smartphone game or something.
Well, currently as it is right now, that's the best way to do it.
Oh yeah.
Because I played a whole bunch when I first got this game. I enjoyed it because, like I said, I'm a founder.
Yep. Whoa.
And now that I got to a certain point where I collected so many weapons, I'm waiting for them to update their game, so to say, because they update like every Wednesday, either a new weapon or a new Warframe or a new tile set. So they're constantly upgrading. So
cool.
But yeah, for this, get that door.
Okay.
One, two,
press
three.
the X button.
Yeah. Yeah, but my current goal, because I haven't actually completed it on my account yet, is go through the entire solar system. I think that'd be pretty good.
If you haven't completed it on your account, how big is it? Because you've been playing this game for quite a while.
Well, like I said, I mean, I've been taking some time to like, just level up my weapons. Right now, I'm not actually showing it. I'll probably show it like later on. Because I kind of want you to get some experience as well.
Awesome, thanks.
I want to let people see the enemies before I just wreck shop. You know.
You know these. Have you ever played any game from like Warhammer 40K? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Do these enemies not remind you of like the Space Marines in Warhammer 40K?
A bit. I mean.
And you know what? Like maybe not so much your guy, but you know what my guy reminds me of? Like my ninja.
Oh, what's that?
The ninja from Metal Gear Solid.
You talking about?
I mean, he looks like
the Gray Fox.
The Gray Fox. No, the ninja.
I I mean, there's two ninjas. I mean, when it comes to Metal Gear Solid, I mean, either Great Fives or Raiden.
Well, maybe it is. I don't know. I have never even. I don't
See,
play a lot of.
you playing into my element, man. I know Metal Gear Solid, man.
I don't know a lot of Metal Gear Solid. I just know
I
like the
mean,
iconic characters, and that's one of them, like the ninja guy. You know what I'm talking about?
Cyborg Ninja.
Looks like he's freaking just like this guy.
Gray Fox. Yeah.
Oh, okay, awesome. So Eddie,
Yeah.
are you going to be buying the new WoW expansion that's coming out? And I just died.
No, you didn't die. That's the great thing about this game. If you fall off, you won't die. You just get ported back to the last place you jumped off from.
Anyway, you buying the new WoW expansion?
Meanwhile, I got a love-hate relationship. I have played since towards the end of the Burning Crusade.
Yep, me too.
I think everybody has. I mean, we played for so long, and you just get bored, man. I mean,
it's for me. It's like it's not even just WoW. It's MMOs in general. And what's funny too, because I started this channel. It's like an MMO centric channel.
Yeah.
And I'll still do videos on MMOs, but at the same time, it's like every time a new MMO comes out, I'm like, man, this is the game. This is gonna be the game that I play for like 5 years. No other game. This is it. And it never works out that way. I mean, I'll play it for like
more right here.
I'll play it for like 4 months, if that, and then I get bored with it, just like I get bored with any game, and then I quit playing. And not even that, but this whole idea of raiding. I mean, having a job, full-time 8 to 5 job, when I get home from work, I want to do other things. I want to do whatever I want to do. I don't want to just be forced to sit in front of a computer and raid. I mean, raiding is fun. I've done quite a bit of it in WoW especially, but it's just not as appealing to me anymore. And that's all these games offer. It's just raiding it in game. And by the way, are we going to jump straight into the next mission?
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, and I tell you what, I guess all I can say was I played Elder Scrolls Online in the most recent, actually the last couple betas. And I'll play, and I guess all I can say other than that is I'll play it at release. But even that game, I just don't know if it's going to be something that's going to hold my attention for more than like 4 or 5 months. Because how much of it is, I really like game mechanics. I really think this is an awesome game. And how much of it is I'm just curious to see what they do with an MMO in the Elder Scrolls universe. I mean, it's just like the Old Republic. Game mechanics, it wasn't anything special, but it was just fun to play at least, one go around, get, get one character to level 50 just to see all the content and how they successfully or not so successfully, depending on who you ask, integrated all the features and all the gameplay from the single-player RPGs into the multiplayer game.
Well, I say like this. Like I said, when it comes to MMO, I kind of got a love-hate relationship. I think everybody has a love-hate relationship when it comes to MMOs. It'd be for me like community.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of times like I will play MMO and I play single player because I haven't found like anybody to play with.
And
who aren't dicks,
and that
in some way.
Even that. I mean, MMOs today, they're designed for you to play single player. I mean, people wouldn't play them if they couldn't play by themselves. And a lot of the reason for that is because, like I mentioned, I mean, people. I remember back when EverQuest was like the #1 MMORPG. I mean, there was very little you could do in the game without other players. I mean, you really, unless you played like maybe one of 2 or 3 classes, you really couldn't solo. And if you might get kill some things by yourself, but it wasn't feasible at all. I mean, it was slow and XP was terrible, and you would almost die every time you would do it. And there was a lot of good things that came out of that. I mean, people, they weren't playing the game just to better themselves. They weren't playing the game to make their characters better or anything like that. They were playing the game because they generally enjoyed playing in a virtual world with other people. I don't get that I don't get that same sense in WoW. It seems like everybody's just interested in themselves
It's the
to a
whole loot
degree.
thing. It's
And
like,
you know, having even said that, you got to understand that in 2014, well, let me just put it this way: 2014 is a lot different than, especially 1999, which is when EverQuest launched. But I mean, even 2004, which is when I played. I mean, that was what 10 years ago. So
a lot of things changed, man. Like you said, for a while, a lot of people they value that loot. Whoever got the better loot is like the strongest. And I understand that. They
well,
get a
yeah,
competitive feel from it.
yeah. But I mean, where I'm going with that is the fact that the internet was much more of a novelty back in like the late 90s and the early 2000s than it is today. I mean, with Facebook and Twitter and all that stuff so popular today, I mean, people don't bat an eyelash when you communicate with other people over the internet. But
Yeah.
10 years ago, that was pretty cool stuff. I mean, back then, I mean, you still had people on dial-up, and I know you still have people today, but it's far more rare today than it was in 2004. In 2004, I mean, you still had a sizable amount of people in the population that, I mean, you talk about as big as something like YouTube has gotten. I mean, these people, they couldn't even watch a YouTube video without having to wait probably an entire day just to load a 5-minute video.
Yeah.
But I think that definitely played a lot into it, just the number of people, or just how unique it was to be in a virtual world talking with other people. But when WoW came out, I think at first it was that way for a lot of people because WoW was the first MMO for a lot of people. But as time went on, it really the whole novelty of being in an adventure, being in a virtual world with people from all over the world, just kind of wore off, and it wasn't so special. And people started focusing on their characters rather than their adventures, and also, I mean, people, especially today, especially fans of MMOs, have played a lot of MMOs. I mean, every time a long time ago when I used to start playing MMOs, every time I would start playing a new one, it was really exciting. It was just like a completely new experience, completely new world. Nowadays, it's not the same. It's just kind of like, oh, here we go again. And I just, somewhere along the line, I just think to myself, what's the point? What is the point to an MMORPG?
I get that feeling sometimes. I mean, like I said, when I go into a new MMO, I just play single player. I mean,
yeah, but I mean, what's your goal when you play WoW? Like, what's your end goal?
Whenever I play MMO for the first time, I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna get to the max level. Once I get there, that's when I attempt to communicate with other people.
But here's the thing though. I mean, you constantly grind levels or you grind gear to make your character better, so that you have the ability to grind gear in a different way to make your character even better. It's really the exact same thing over and over and over again, and that's, to me, is really what's turning me off of the genre. I mean, and I look at other games too. I've really started to try to play more single player games like BioShock Infinite, and even some RPGs, because I never really got into RPGs before. And the reason for that is because I appreciate games that actually have a narrative. I think of video games in modern times as being sort of like an interactive form of storytelling. It's not just, well, it is to have fun, but help me out here, Eddie. What exactly am I trying to get across? I mean, it's more about finding new and unique ways to tell a story than it is just to kill, maybe an hour or two.
You're looking for that narrative. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for, like you said, a tale. Like, what's the backstory of my character? Why am I doing this?
Exactly.
Why that guy so evil? Why do we care so much about this land? Okay, we live in it. We gotta save it. Like, okay, like why? Like, give us motivation to do it.
Well, that's exactly right. And even a lot of MMOs have started trying to do that, like the Old Republic, the Secret World, the Elder Scrolls.
Let me explain the mission to you. We're doing capture. Basically, we got maybe at least the minimum's like 2 targets, maybe less. But there's Ormond. There we go. We got these 2 capture targets. Capture targets. Like I said, there's a normally a minimum of 2. But they changed it this time. Normally it'd be like this one guy be afraid and stand in one corner, but now they have weapons. So we just gotta catch them. That's all it is. Shit.
Cool. Anyway, but back to what I was saying. Yeah, I mean that's exactly it. Like, I remember I played BioShock Infinite, and I absolutely fell in love with it. And I didn't even like the first BioShock game.
Yeah.
But
you wanna do this?
Do what? What are we doing? Oh, okay.
Hacking.
Yeah, I gotta hack the thing. All right, explain how hacking works while I hack this thing.
Okay, for hacking, basically it's a little minigame. All you gotta do is connect the lines. That's about the most simple I can get. You just have to connect the black lines.
Yeah, most of them are actually pretty easy. Some of them can be a little challenging. However, if you fail, you can just start again, and you'll probably get an easier one.
Yeah. Great thing about it, that's a rare mod, training mod. Great thing about it, if you just memorize what they were, because all they are the same thing. They're all the same puzzle. It's just a little bit randomized. It's the same puzzle, but yeah, once you like memorize it, and you will, as the game progresses, it'll be a whole lot quicker.
Awesome.
All right, loot crate.
Let's see. Well, after that dramatic discussion about MMORPGs and gaming in general, how do you follow that, Eddie? How do you follow that?
Like I said, the game. I said they continue on the MMO. Hopefully, I'm looking at Destiny, Bungie's Destiny.
Yeah,
that looked like it's getting ready to tell a tale.
I'm excited about that for a couple of reasons. I'm excited about it because, I'm still, even though I'm kind of down on MMOs, I still think I'm an MMO fan. So it's like, it's still something I want to play. However, I'm not the biggest fan of Borderlands.
I love Borderlands.
I know you and I played it a good bit, and it was fun, but I don't know. It's just I'm not the biggest fan of it, and I don't want Destiny to be like a Borderlands clone. Because
I don't think it'd be almost a clone, but they're definitely gonna borrow some elements from it, and I think that's great because I love RPGs and I love shooters. And like, boom, match made in heaven. Plus, people behind Halo, catch a target right here. Stop running! Stop freaking running!
Oh God, look at to save you, Eddie. But yeah, I mean that's exactly right.
Gotcha.
One would assume anyway that the creators of Halo know what they're doing and will produce a pretty solid product. Have you heard anything about the beta for that game yet?
Supposed to be starting a little bit before. It's supposed to be happening towards the end of summer.
Towards the end of summer? Wow, that game's farther off than probably we anticipated.
Yeah.
They probably got it finished. They're just sitting on it until next Christmas.
No, they're gonna be releasing it in September. So.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, that's still holiday season though.
Yeah.
For gaming anyway. Yeah, that makes sense. What? Let's see. As far as gaming and PS4, isn't the new Infamous game coming out in a couple of months, or am I totally wrong about that?
I think it's gonna be coming towards somewhere in February. That's my guess. Maybe not. It could be completely different because I haven't even heard a date yet.
When does the Tomb Raider Definitive Edition come out?
I'm hearing reports that some GameStops are already selling it. And go hack the panel over here.
I'm not too impressed by that game. I mean, I'm probably not. Well, not probably not. I'm definitely not gonna buy it. But a lot of people.
But Tomb Raider?
Yeah, a lot of people are really criticizing the developers for that game, and I think it's sort of silly to do so. I mean, yeah, of course it kind of sucks that it's expensive, but at the same time, the other alternative is probably just going to be to not release the game on the new console at all. So if for any reason the PS4 or the Xbox One is the only video game console you've purchased since the days of the PS2 and Xbox and GameCube, then there you go. I mean, it definitely is the definitive edition, and it's not just the exact same game with graphical and performance upgrades like Assassin's Creed and NBA. Is it NBA 2K14 that gives you the $10 upgrade, or am I off base on that?
Oh man.
I know Battlefield 4.
I'm not gonna lie here.
Call of Duty, Ghosts, the games like that, that have the $10 upgrade. A lot of people say, well, why doesn't Tomb Raider do that? And because it's not the exact same game, you get a lot more content. Now, granted, it probably shouldn't be $60, but I'm okay with the fact that it is. I mean, if for no other reason than simply because I'm not gonna purchase it because I don't want it. If I wanted it, I would purchase it, and it's not going to affect me that much that it's $60. And you know what? If I didn't want to spend $60, I would wait till it goes on sale for practically nothing. The next time Steam has a sale, which will probably be if the one game itself doesn't go on sale before then, it'll probably be this summer when it'll be on sale for about $5.
Pretty much.
And that's probably the best time to purchase it because the graphics won't look that much better than they do on PC, and it'll probably run smoother, just like Warframe seems to run a whole lot smoother.
I'm still waiting for the day. They probably won't do it. Maybe they will. I'm hoping that they will reduce digital copies, the prices on it.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would say at least $50.
At least $50. Reduce the price $50 or sell them for $50.
Sell them for $50.
Okay, yeah, that makes
sense. They ain't gonna take $50 off.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
there's no damn way.
Yeah, I could see that, and a lot of companies do that. That's a good reason why a lot of PC games are cheaper.
Yeah.
And they definitely cost less. Download only games definitely cost less to produce because you're not having to manufacture cases, instruction manuals, cover art, and things like that. You can just upload the game data to a server and then let everybody download it. So should you be charged the full $60? No, but having said that, I would probably rather games be $60 than games be $80 because of increased development costs thanks to the hardware and the next generation consoles, which I'm definitely surprised they haven't tried to get away with at this point.
But I mean, I understand the drawback of digital only because, like I said, there's some places, and I'm gonna say for America, for example, a lot of us don't have good internet. Some of us either still rocking dial-up or less than 3 megabits for DSL.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, even though I think I have pretty decent internet, but sometimes it just downloads really slow, and not even my internet in general, because I can download from Steam. I can download very fast. I can download most files on the internet very fast. PS4 very fast, but for whatever reason, the PS3, if I'm downloading a game, like if I get one of those free games on PlayStation Plus or something like from a sale, some digital download of an actual PS3 game, it takes the entire day.
Ooh.
On Steam, it would take like 2 hours, if that.
Yeah.
And I can't figure it out.
I have no idea.
In addition to the fact that even though I've deleted pretty much everything off of my PS4 or PS3 that I don't absolutely have to have, it still seems like I can only download about 2 games before I run out of space on my hard drive.
Okay, let me just explain this. Nope. We're playing mobile defense. Basically, as you can see in my hand, I'm carrying a little machine for the Lotus. Blah blah blah. The Lotus can hack into their systems. Basically, we got hold out for at least like a minute or two.
Oh God.
Can you get it? Can you get there?
I fell. I fell off the pipe. Sorry. Continue on.
Basically, just gotta hold out until she get done hacking. That's the objectives of the game, of this mission type. All right, but I see why they're not gonna do the digital, discount for all the things. I don't know, man. It's just
Microsoft said they would if people would have let them get away with their whole digital distribution thing that they were going
they can't do. I mean, look, I said like this: if everybody has good, efficient internet, you know what? I wouldn't mind it. I mean, not that the complete, like nobody can. Well, yeah, you know what? If we had good internet, would we really be complaining that much? If everybody have access to good internet, would we really be complaining that much about the whole DRM?
I think so because even though you have good internet today, doesn't mean you'll have good internet tomorrow. Doesn't mean you'll have any internet tomorrow. I mean, something could happen and you could lose your internet access for a long period of time. Even something completely out of your control, like your ISP just has issues or something like that. And if you're playing on the old Xbox, then you're kind of out of luck. And while I appreciate the Xbox trying to, in a lot of ways, emulate Steam, which is a lot of people like Xbox One developers, and by developers I mean people that actually develop the console, not the games for it, actually say that, well, the original plan was to basically make a Steam-like console. Whether or not that actually would have came to fruition, I guess, is anyone's guess. I mean, nobody's really ever going to know at this point. I have my doubts because I don't see Microsoft as benevolent as Steam. Just in my experiences in the past, I could see the Microsoft Store or whatever being comparable to Origin, however, maybe even slightly better. But and here's the thing with consoles that to me are different than PCs. It's okay. It's okay to have downloadable only so prevalent on a PC, and a lot of the reason is because PCs are huge. You're not going to be taking your PC around with you. You're not going to be more than likely anyway, you're not going to take your desktop PC over to your buddy's house for a game of Call of Duty or something like that. You're going
unless you did a hardcore stuff. I mean, there are people who actually does it. For the casual consumer.
Yeah, I mean, I've done that before. But I guess what I'm saying is simply that it's a lot easier to transfer a console. It's a lot easier to pack up a console, take it to a buddy's house, play some Madden football or whatever, than it is to load up an entire computer, find a place for it, get it connected to the internet, and so on. And with a console, again, it's just as simple as popping in a disc, and you're good to go.
All right. Hey, let me interject real quickly. Okay, everybody who's watching, I'm gonna do a PSA on this particular match type because this particular match type's kind of infamous. Okay, Zach, come near me, man, because this is the whole PSA right here, man. Okay, when you're doing mobile defense, please stay near the defense point. I mean, hey, we are cool, like you guys in this area right here in front of the defense point, but don't just run off away from it, okay? Because
this area is actually like really easy compared to some of the
thing is, we're playing low level, but on higher difficult levels,
it is ridiculous. I'm about to die.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm getting shot.
Where you at?
Right next to you.
Let's go. I'll drop some kind of health regen for you. Give me a second.
Well, press the M key to open a map. Press it again to close it.
All right. Let me see if do I even have one on me?
Have one what?
A health regen for you.
No, that's fine. My shield's recharged. I think we're good to go.
All right. I think I only have it for me though. Unfortunately.
If I die, you can just revive me. It's not the end of the world, right?
Yeah.
You're good at, as we've discovered, you're pretty good at this whole reviving thing. Because I will die often.
Well, like I said, I'm more seasoned, so a lot of my Warframes are gonna be level 30 with better mods. Speaking of that, when you get a chance, we'll probably do it after. After we get done with this episode.
Add some of the mods to my character.
Yeah, let's see your arsenal. Well, you can do it in this episode just to show people the arsenal.
I probably will. I think I remember how to do it from the PS4 version anyway. I'm kind of fighting all these dudes off by this door here. I probably need to run back.
Come back in here. Don't go past that door.
But it's so much fun to do that.
I mean, we want you guys to come, but thing is, I mean, stay so we can see you. Don't just run off.
But running off is so much fun, though.
But you're gonna die. You're gonna die.
Well, we all die.
You know what's gonna happen at higher level? When you get hurt, we gotta come save you. Then they're gonna be starting attacking the defense point. That can be dropping rapidly.
It's not the end of the world, is it?
And the thing is, when you like a couple seconds until it like finishes and you die, then we have to no.
Come press the button.
Oh, we're done? Wow, I didn't even notice the time. Okay. Alright, this part we couldn't care less. Just go ape shit. We don't care. We do not care. Go crazy.
Seems like I don't remember this map all that well, but I guess now is as good a time as any to mention all of these environments. While the game types themselves are going to be the same every time for a given level, the environments are actually randomly generated.
Yeah, I like that. I really do.
There's like, well, I say randomly generated. Eddie, and correct me if I'm wrong, but there's like a set of environments. And the game just kind of picks a certain environment at random to host the mission inside of.
Basically, every door you come to is like a different cell. So, I mean, there's always going to be a different cell makeup. Gotta protect this.
I remember when this game first came out, there was like one map type in like one Warframe, and everybody like the whole appeal of the game was just running around and looking like a ninja.
Yeah, I'm glad they input so many different tile sets now. Right now, we're gonna get the jungle tile set. We had a preview of the last event. Right now, in the PS4 should be playing this as we're recording this. The SuperXero event.
Cool.
Yeah.
You know, you can actually do basically what we're doing now from the PS4 version, don't you?
Yeah.
I never really tried the whole live stream. Well, you can live stream, of course, but you can also like upload videos to YouTube.
I don't know that we can do that. Just shit.
No, I think you can.
I don't know. I had to look into that one.
He's like, don't quote me on that because I never actually tried, but I think you can. I'm dead, Eddie. Come res me.
Crap.
Come res me.
Give me a second.
Hurry up. Come res me. Come res me before I die.
I'm coming.
Hurry up. You're taking too long. We're running out of time.
No.
Okay. You can see, obviously, I've been playing this game quite a bit, so I know all about that stuff.
Let's get out of here.
So I just learned how to do my special abilities now, and I gotta run. Oh boy. Save me.
There you go.
Thank you so much for that. Where are we going? In here?
Yeah. Follow the red arrow.
Up here? Yeah, that's right.
Let's get out of here. Ooh, that was messed up.
Are we like going backwards, or where are we going?
Oh, we're leaving. Follow that red arrow on your mini map.
Leaving, aka going backwards, or leaving, aka moving forwards to the exit.
Moving forward.
Oh,
moving forward
okay.
to the exit.
So we're in places that we've never been before.
Yep.
Awesome. Coming. Gonna open the door for you.
Got it. All right. I didn't get nobody. I ain't hit a single person.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it. So, what games you been playing, Eddie?
Right now, I've been playing I've been playing a game called State of Decay.
Yep.
You got it on the PC. Basically, take DayZ, but take out the multiplayer.
I've never played DayZ.
I haven't played DayZ yet, but I always watch people play DayZ. I mean, I've been watching. I don't want to do a plug. I've been watching players play DayZ. I say like that much.
The standalone looks really good, but I don't know. I've never gotten into it.
I'm gonna wait till I upgrade my PC.
Yeah.
And try standalone.
I want to upgrade mine in a couple. Whoa, I totally blew that, didn't I? Yeah, I want to upgrade mine maybe next year, maybe not. There are other things that I really need more than a new computer, but the little kid in me wants to buy a new computer, but the responsible adult says you need things like
food.
Well, obviously, yes.
Rent, shelter.
Well, number one, you need to save money. Maybe a new car, because the car that you're driving is almost old enough to. Well, it's more than old enough to drive itself at this point.
Where you at, man?
I'm
I see you.
Way over here. I don't know how I got over here so fast. But yeah, and I also kind of want a new television. And I know you think, why do you want a new television? Well, I'll tell you why. I discovered that, well, as much as I love my TV,
yeah,
it has 2 HDMI ports on the back of it. 2 HDMI ports.
Okay.
So what are you gonna do? I mean, if you have high definition cable, well, that takes up one HDMI port. So if you have a lot of video game consoles like I do, PS3, PS4, and a Wii U, how do you keep all that plugged in at the same time?
Don't quote me, but is there like some kind of cable? Like
well, they have HDMI. I guess you call them selectors.
Yeah.
And I have one, but the PS4 and my cable box don't like it. My cable box keeps trying to update itself every time you plug it into the selector, and my PS4, like, it loads the main menu, but when it goes from the main menu to a game, the video feed just cuts out. The only things that work are my my PS3 and my Wii U. Those are the only consoles that actually work.
All right, let's do Lars before we do the boss.
Okay.
Awesome. I'll show people the fence. This should be interesting. We're gonna do the first 5 rounds.
Okay.
And we're gonna leave out.
Yeah, I don't remember I don't remember defense being hard until probably around level 20 or so.
Yeah. Now I admit, back in the day before they did the whole I'm gonna say, because they've been coined Armor 2.0.
Yeah.
It was kind of hard, because if you didn't have certain mods, there's no way there's no way you're gonna make it through that, unless you have some friends who already had that stuff like me. Let's go around, try to get as much Sparring sword right here.
Awesome.
Let's see if I can get as much energy ore before we start. No.
I remember this map very well.
Yeah. I don't know how this is gonna play out, 'cause we both using Excalibur. Alright, you know what? Let's go ahead and start this.
Alright.
1, 2.
I tell you one thing that I don't like about the game, and you probably already know this because I talked about it on the PS4 version.
Yeah.
But for those of you that don't know, the game doesn't use hosted servers.
No.
So, like, if you are playing with some guy from a completely different country, then your game is going to run like it's being ran in a completely different country.
Yeah.
Some games.
Hopefully they get that. Hopefully they get that. I wouldn't mind. You know what? I don't want to say that much. I mean, I would say I will play like a $5 subscription thing, but nah. I'm a founder. I mean, I might, cause I want to see this. I want to see this game grow. I really do.
It's a quality game. I mean, again, it's not a game that you're gonna play. Well, it's not a game that I think most people are gonna play incessantly. Is their number one pastime or their number one game. But it's fun, and that's about all you can ask for in a video game, is just to be fun. And it's a good way to spend a couple hours in the evening just shooting mindless aliens. What more can you ask for? Did you fall down the thing there, Eddie, or am I just...
No, I'm right here. I'm right behind you.
Wave cleared. Yeah, this is a lot easier than some of the
last time. Yeah, cause I think when the PS4 launches there, we will update behind, so they didn't even have update Armor 2.0, and it was.
So they nerfed it in the PC.
No, they thing is they didn't like nerf. They redistribute the armor points.
Okay.
Because they had so much armor at low levels, like Jesus, you couldn't. I mean, while we were playing on PS4, we used the entire clip on one guy. Almost an entire clip on one guy. Like that's no Armor 2.0 kind of changed all that.
I think we used more than a few clips on one guy, if I remember correctly, but I suppose that's close enough. I keep forgetting about my special ability.
Yeah, I'm trying to demonstrate mine as much. I'm using our Radio Blind.
Yeah. Radio
Blind is basically an AoE blindness, which is great for a mission like this.
I have this attack called Slash Dash, and it basically does what it says it does.
/.
So, you guys can see that. So, that's really all I have to say about that.
I'm gonna, as soon as I see enough people, I'm gonna use my ultimate ability once I get enough energy.
And I'll probably be nowhere around you to capture that footage. So
well, let me
better do it right now.
I need more energy though.
I need more
so
energy.
You see a blue orb? Let me know.
Yes, 5 hours of sleep every night. That's that'd do a whole lot for you. Holy crap, Eddie! Come on, let's get these guys.
And here we go.
Yeah, I saw it. Awesome. Awesome. The viewers think that's awesome too, Eddie.
Hopefully when we do new planets, so we're gonna be doing Venus next.
Yep.
I'm gonna be showing off Volt.
I'm gonna be showing off my guy. Who's a guy?
If everything goes well, by the time we get to what's after Mars?
What's after Mars?
Earth. When we get to Earth, we're gonna leave. Claim an exit.
Exit?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the battle, dude?
We'll just keep going. This is another set of 5.
I don't remember that from the PS4 version. Maybe it was there.
No, it was there.
Huh. The more you know.
Yeah. But yeah, hopefully once we get to Earth, you will already have a new Warframe. Hopefully.
Hopefully. Hopefully. Anyways.
All right. We got 2 more missions. I think after this is survival. Yeah, we do that after the boss. We're just gonna do 5 minutes of that. I think it's either 10 minutes or 5 minutes.
Okay. I want to go ahead and upgrade my character before we fight the boss.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
So, if I can remember which one of these little buttons takes me to where I can upgrade my character. No, I don't want a tutorial. I want Eddie to tell me everything, so I can get this woman to shut up. Shut up, woman. Shut up, woman. No. I don't want to build an item. I want to do other things. So shut up, woman.
You go to Arsenal pane.
I clicked on the
Like the
And
skull
and the
crossbow.
okay, no, I didn't click that. I thought that was some kind of like PvP thing.
Nah, that's your optional.
Okay. So like she's talking and she's showing me a Warframe that I can buy with real money in the cash shop. Okay. Arsenal, here we go. There's a lot of customization options in this game, most of which I don't know if I can remember how to show you, but I mean, you can upgrade, first and foremost, you can upgrade weapons, you can upgrade your sword, you can upgrade to different mods that have your character do different things, and you get those mods. Like if I click this mods button here, you can see I already have quite a few already. And Eddie, how is it that the game pretty much determines how many mods you can have equipped at the same time?
Ah, basically, do you see the little bar above your first mod in your slot? See that little bar up top?
Yes.
All right. Now, as you level up, if you don't have, as you level up, you get points. Now, if you notice at the very top of your screen, like a little bit below private, you'll notice you see a little gold potato looking thing that says like install. You see
I
that?
thought I was at the right screen, but apparently I was at the wrong screen. I'm back at the screen now where I'm looking at my character, and I can choose from like my gun and my other gun and my sword and my inventory, mods, and gear. Where do I go to select the mods that I want to apply to my character?
Oh, like I said, highlight your character, Excalibur. Then you see a little pane in the middle called upgrade.
Oh, that okay, yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Okay.
There you go. Now, you have, as you can see, you have 5 different slots. One of your slots should already have a slash at. Now they gave that to you for free. Now before the updates, well, it was kind of locked, but they were generous enough to give you your first ability for free, and I thought that was pretty cool. Now, like I said, there's 10 slots. On the very left, that is your ore slot. Now, people, if you in the next episode, you should be able to see mine. But ore slot. Great thing about ore slots, they're like free points. Let's say for me, I got rifle amp. I had the same polarity. Oh, speaking of polarity, okay, you notice your slash dash?
Yep.
All right, do you see them symbols by your number?
Yes.
Those are called polarities. Now, great thing about polarities. Now, if you match it up on your table, like the little equal sign, it'll glow blue, let you know that you only use half the points it required to be slotted. Okay. See that bar above your mod table?
Yeah.
That represent how much points you have left, or have left after you slotted your mods. As you progress, you start to get more and more different types of mod. You're gonna need these. Well, basically survive. My explanation sucks, but if you want to upgrade your mod, let's say like for slash dash, you see the 3 non-darkened little slashes on the side.
Yeah.
All right, let's head over to your mods on the bottom left of your screen.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go to your install. It's the next one over.
Yeah.
Okay, just click on your slash dash. It should glow red. Go to fusion. Now, do you have any fusion cores? You can tell by the.
I have 3.
Okay, good. You can click on those to level up your slash dash, making it more powerful.
I can't do that though because I don't have a high enough capacity. So. Good to know for the future.
Good to know.
Anyway, I really think that about sums it up, at least on a basic level. But what I want to do, because I like the way my character looks, or not really I like the way he looks, but I probably spend more time just playing around with the different vanity options available. You can change your color scheme. A lot of these color schemes are locked, and I would assume you have to pay real money for them. But
Yeah, they give you one free color palette, and the other one's like 75 plat. I think that's like $5.
even I mean, yeah, even having said that, I mean, the game still gives you quite a wide variety of different ways to customize your character.
Yes.
So we're good. I think we're good to go now, Eddie.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to our first boss battle.
Okay.
Captain Vor.
Here we go.
Once again, you gotta appreciate the art style of this game. I mean, a lot of people might be put off by it, but I enjoy it. I like it.
Why would you say they would be put off by it?
There's some Warframe design that a lot of people might not like.
Yeah.
I seen the most come from Mag Prime. That's been the most the same I've seen from people. I mean, I enjoy my Mag Prime. I like it, but I see a lot of people don't like the helmet. So to say, they don't like the helmets of it.
Like I said, I like the art style. I just, a lot of it is kind of repetitive, like the environments and the enemies. After a while, probably after maybe a few hours or maybe a day of playing the game, you feel like you've seen everything there is to see. Not necessarily that you've done everything that there is to do, but as far as environments and enemy types and things like that, you really do feel like you've seen pretty much everything.
Yeah. I understand that. Like I said, I've been playing it for a couple months. I'm literally watching this game grow.
Yeah, that is true, and that's, we were talking about MMOs earlier, but that's one of the cool things about games like this, and MMOs in general, are that you can, if you get in at the ground level, so if you get in at day one, you really can appreciate all the changes that have been added to the game over the years, all the content updates that have been made to the game over the years. And I should mention that, of course, leave it to me to be somebody that actually starts talking about something about this game. However, you saw me shoot this guy that was over here a second ago. Well, the reason I did that is because a lot of times the enemies that you fight will actually try to run over to sound an alarm. And if they do so, it's really not the end of the world, but it can be a pain in the ass because they'll spawn a bunch of other enemies that you otherwise wouldn't necessarily have to fight. So, again, if you like fighting the enemies, if you just want to get some more experience, maybe you want to let them turn on the alarm, for lack of a more elegant phrase. Otherwise, probably
kill everybody in sight.
Probably want to pay attention to who you're shooting.
And the good animations.
Oh, wow, that didn't take long at all. There's boss. And again, he's not that difficult compared to some of the other ones.
Crap. So here come that glitch. This guy is way above your power level. He's 27. I didn't know. I thought they might have fixed that. Apparently, it going by who's the highest level in the group. And that's me. So
I thought you created a new account for this.
No, I told you. It's gonna be one new player and one seasoned player.
I'm doing a little bit of damage to him. I feel like you're doing a lot more though. Oh god. Oh god.
There you go. He got.
Oh, I'm about to jump. Okay, I jumped in the water.
Crap. This is kind of messed up. Now he just kind of stuck in that one little under the. Oh crap! Jeez. Oh, get away from the orange stuff, man.
Best I remember. Yeah, each of these bosses, they have a
different ability.
Ability, yes. But what I was going for really was they have a strategy. that you have to employ to beat them. And talking about MMOs, it's kind of like a raid boss.
Yeah.
Once you get the pattern down, they're really not all that difficult to beat.
Ah, crap.
The issue, though, is getting the pattern down and making sure that all your buddies get the pattern down.
Yeah.
And by buddies, I mean people that you're playing with. And I just died.
Crap, I'm coming.
So yeah, when you die, you get put in this down state, as you can see right here, and that as time goes on, you're going to see a whole lot more of. And your partner has a very limited amount of time to come up and res you, and if he reses you, all is well. If not, then you will die, and you have the option to use a revive. Only so many revive options are available, meaning that, and don't you get like a refresh every day? Revives?
Basically, every 24 hours you get a new refresh of your revives. So I thought that was pretty cool. So they don't have to force you to buy new revives.
So if you die a lot in one day, then if you want to respawn after you die and you don't have any more revives, that means you've got to pay real money to be able to continue playing. Otherwise, you're just going to kind of sit around dead watching everyone else play, hoping they complete the map for you.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't mind it. I mean, I won't, when I first played this, I didn't really, even when I used up all my revives, I didn't really went out to go buy some. It just forces me to be more careful.
Yeah, and that's really not this game's biggest sin at all. When it comes to like cash op dependence, I really don't consider this game to be pay to win. The problem that I have with it is just how grindy it seems to be if you don't pay real money. Because all of these Warframes, as you call it, really the Warframes are the game's sense of progression. It's not so much the different levels that you go to. It's really unlocking all the different Warframes that are available, and then finding the Warframe that you really like and kitting that Warframe out, customizing it to be exactly the way you want it to be. But my issue with that is it's very, very difficult to do that without having to spend real money, because so much that's a part of designing a new Warframe so much of that revolves around collecting items that are randomly dropped from missions and a lot of and other things of that nature, such as the fact that you have to God, I'm losing my train of thought here when I almost fell to my death. You'll have to excuse me. Sometimes I just kind of space out in the middle of making a point. But yeah, it's a lot of that, such as the abilities such as the ingredients that you have to craft, the time sink that occurs, like when you start crafting, you have to wait so many days to create this item. And then once you create this item, you add it into this other item, and you have to wait so many days to get that item. So it can take a long time if you don't pay real money. If you pay real money, and correct me if I'm wrong, but can't you buy some of these Warframes outright without even having to grind at all?
Yeah, you can. I mean, I understand. I mean, you can play this game basically 100% free. I mean, it's up to you. I mean, for me, I didn't have to pay anything. What's it like this? Once I got my founders pack,
yeah,
I had they gave me a whole abundance of platinum. That's the real money currency for this game.
Yeah.
So I bought like 2 Warframes, and that's the only 2 Warframes I ever bought. Other than that, I got everything like completely utterly free. I didn't really have to spend much. It's just, if you have the time, you don't have to pay anything. I mean, if you want to support the developers and drop some money into it, you can do that.
Oh, but, yeah. I mean, I definitely see the value in supporting the developers. It's just, to me, I would rather pay for a game than have a game be supposedly free to play and then have so much of it, so much of a grind thrown in your face if you want to play for free.
Well, you gotta be a balance. I mean, you gotta give them a reason why you want to
Yeah, and again, I mean,
But
overall, this game does a really good job, I think, of striking the proper balance between pay to play and, well, not pay to play, but between providing you enough content for free and then encouraging you to pay for things. Because, as you say, the developers have to be able to pay for their game, and I understand and appreciate that. However, the pay to play aspects do tend to make this game a little bit grindy, and I think that that can be a turnoff for a lot of people, especially, I mean, you may not notice it when you first start playing, but when you really get into building some of the Warframes and you realize the artificial time sinks that they put in just for free-to-play or free-to-play players, I guess you would say,
yes.
It's definitely off-putting. I'll just say that.
Yeah, let's be honest. It takes individual to build a Warframe. You need 4 parts: the blueprints, the helmets, the chassis, and the systems. Now, the helmet, chassis, and system takes 12 hours to build. Now, I recommend that you get all 3 of those parts before you start building. That way, it only just take you 12 hours.
All right.
But once you have all those 3 built, it takes 3 days to build the main, like the entire Warframe. So that's 3.5 days for playing free. And I don't mind that. I mean, I don't mind that at all. I mean, I understand some people they want their Warframe right now, like
I
okay, I
would.
got all the parts. I
That's
want
me.
it right now. But they gotta find some way to have you spend some money. So
Yeah,
basically,
again.
it pays off if you're impatient. Looks like you're gonna be giving up some money.
Yeah, that's
For a
definitely
patient
me.
guy like me, I'm like, I'm cool.
I'm an
I'm
impatient
okay.
person, and you know, it's also, it's like, oh well, that's just $5. Today I just want to spend $5. I just spent $5 today, and then before you know it, you spent $5 every day for the past 30 days, and
Yeah,
that kind of adds up after a while.
that's how it is. As a founder, that's how it is. The amount of money I spent on this game, plus being a founder, I'm gonna say $60. That's it.
Not bad. It's like
That is
cost.
all it-
That's the cost of a brand new game.
Yeah. I've been patient. I've been very, very patient.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a patient person, then well, this game is very, very good for you. And I understand the allure, like, okay, I want that new Warframe. If I have some extra platinum from my founders pack, then yeah, I can afford to speed that up.
Yeah. Where you at, Eddie?
Come down
Okay.
here. There's some mods. I mean, we can try to mark it for you.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you.
Ah, crap.
Oh wait, it's down there. Whoa, that was close. Fatality.
Yeah. Yep. You're gonna be needing that.
Yeah. You know me.
Ugh. They are coming. They're coming. Another mod right here.
Where you at?
Over here.
I see you, but I don't see the mod.
There
Wait,
you go.
there it
You
is.
just picked it up.
Awesome.
And another mod.
I got
Rifle mod.
I got an achievement
You got an achievement.
or something.
Trophy. I guess.
Hey, what's this life support thing do?
Yeah. Right now, as you can see by the meter,
Yeah.
they're trying to choke us out. And basically, like any other game of survival, it's almost like horde mode. I guess that's the best way to say it. Horde mode from no, that's defense. But
From what, Eddie? From what?
Gears of
What
War.
from-
I mean,
never was a Gears of War fan. That to me is like the most overrated franchise in video game history.
it's all right. I mean,
You ever play that game Kill Switch on the PS2?
It rings a bell. But
It's a rip off of Gears of War is a rip off of that game. So like all these people talk about how great Gears of War is. Well, I played Gears of War like years before Gears of War came out on the PlayStation 2. So Gears of War does not impress me.
Oh.
That's what I tell everybody that talks to me about Gears of War. Halo, I respect Halo. I mean, I think that Halo is a bit generic, but I respect it because it is one of the first, if not the first respectable first-person shooter.
5 minutes. Let's get out of here
on a console. I mean, before Halo came out on consoles, I mean, yeah, there were first-person shooters, but they were not. Well, they were good, but they were always inferior to their PC counterparts. And Halo came around and basically just said, "Hey, I'm about to die. If I'm
coming.
I need to run what I'm saying." But anyway, Halo came out and basically just said, "Hey, a good first-person shooter can be made on a console." So I'll give them credit for that, even if the game itself is kind of overrated. Where are you going, Eddie? Come on.
We're leaving. We're getting out of here.
Are. The one Halo game that I really want to play, but I don't want to buy an Xbox 360 for, is
Halo 4.
No, actually not. I played all the way through Halo 4. I actually beat it. I did the 4-player.
I haven't played it yet.
4-player co-op at a LAN party, and we played through the entire game like in one sitting.
Ooh. Okay.
that just goes to show you how short the game actually is, I guess you could say. But no, I'm actually talking about Halo Reach.
That's a good game. I bought that game when they released.
That's the one Halo game that I really want an Xbox 360 to be able to play. That and the Fable Anniversary Edition.
I'm iffy on that.
So, like, how expensive would a 360 be at this point in time?
I don't know. It should be like getting cheap.
Yeah, they should be. But I still think that would be a poor investment. Because, yeah, I mean, you got Halo Anniversary Edition coming out, and maybe a few games, like Halo Reach and a few games here and there that I'd want to play for the Xbox. But other than that, I mean, it's kind of pointless to buy one.
Yeah.
I would almost, if I was going to buy a new video game console, which I'm not going to do, but if I were going to, I'd almost rather buy like a 3DS or a Vita.
Hey, over here.
Looking for you. Oh, you're what? Where are you at?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Oh, over here.
I don't know where you are. Where are you at?
Just play the waypoint.
Oh, well, I'm by the waypoint.
No, you're not.
What?
The green one.
I'm so confused. But there's the orange one, right? Oh, wait. No. Whoa.
There you go. Yeah, I moved it.
You moved it? No wonder.
Yeah. Let's get out of here.
I was like, well, I am by the waypoint. What's going on? So
once you get better mods, I wouldn't mind staying here a little bit longer, but no. No.
This seems like a great game mode to just farm experience points.
Yeah, it really is.
Do you ever do that?
I do it sometimes, but I like mode defense because they just come in waves.
Yeah.
Ways and ways.
So how do you play online, or do you usually just play like by yourself or local?
A mixture. I mean, it depends on
a game like this. I don't think I could play by myself. I would have to play with other people.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Like, if look, I ain't knocking Warframe community, but this is like every other community. I mean,
you ever played League of Legends?
You know what? I'm hearing so much stuff about League of Legends. I don't even want to play that game.
Yeah, I know. I don't even want to play
it.
Games like that are boring to me. I tried to get into it, and like a single match lasts like a half hour, and it was just more than I could handle. So I pretty much gave it up after a while. But they're okay for what they are. I mean, I respect the fact that a lot of people enjoy playing those games. They're just not really meant for me. Anyway, wow. So that was the first planet. That was the first planet.
We got so many to go.
Yes, we do. This is kind of like an astronomy lesson in addition to Let's Play, isn't it?
Oh, man. Yeah, but it was fun. I mean, you guys got to see, all the different game types, different game modes, all on one planet. So,
Yep.
Now
So.
it's just going to be getting harder and harder.
Oh yeah, and it's gonna get to a point, I have a feeling, where we're gonna need to invite a couple more people into our little party here, and able to, for us to be able to complete some of these missions. But really, that's about all the time we have for this week. Tune in next week for Venus, and we'll see you guys later.